basket case until I'm able to see your face. You saved me from myself, but girl, don't worry about me, 'cause it ain't new to me, feeling this lonely. Darling, baby, girl, don't worry about me, 'cause if you're ever unhappy, if you're ever unhappy, if you're ever unhappy, then maybe, baby, I must let you go.
All right. Hello, everybody. What is up? It's your boy Juice back again at Mom's Basement Streams to bring you some saucy Magic Arena content. What we have going on today is a little bit different and a little bit more special than usual, because this is a homebrew from yours truly 1000%. That's right, I didn't even build off a deck idea this week. I'm bringing you some straight sauce from the Juice Man himself. So, we are playing Construct Tribal, because something I kind of realized is I really want to try to see how Steel Overseer plays in Standard. Considering they just put him in M20, he is a key staple piece in Affinity in Modern, there has to be some way we can build around him in Standard, right? So what I came up with was building Construct Tribal, because he himself is a construct, and there are plenty of other decent constructs as well, including Voltaic Servant with Steel Overseer. At the end of every turn, you can untap Steel Overseer after you tapped it during your turn to buff your entire board. And if you have multiple of these going at once, you can hold priority, and then in between all of their triggers, you can untap and tap Steel Overseer over and over again, making your board gigantic. We have 4 Sparring Constructs, just a 1/1 construct for 1. That also puts a +1/+1 counter on another creature we control when he dies. We have 4 copies of Treasure Map to scry through our deck and create some artifacts to also synergize with Karn over here, which we'll get to in a second. We have 2 copies of Salvager of Ruin. It is a 2/1 construct for 3 that we can sacrifice and choose a permanent that was put into our graveyard from there this turn, return it to our hand. 4 Icon of Ancestry, because we can choose Construct, and it buffs all of our Construct by +1/+1. Also, we can pay 3, tap it, look at the top 3 cards of our library, and grab a Construct from it and add it into our hand. So that can help us find our Steel Overseer, our Voltaic Servants, and our Traxoses when we need them. We also have 4 Worn Power Stone Shards for Ramp. We have 2 Traxos, Scourge of Krug, 3 Karn, Sign of Urza. Important to note that the constructs that it makes on its -2 ability are also constructs, so it also synergizes with the rest of the deck. And we also have 3 copies of Karn the Great Creator, which actually interacts with our sideboard here, and we're going to try to take advantage of this in best of 1, having a sideboard that we can essentially use to tutor from at any time. So we have quite a toolbox of cards in here. We have Colossus Hammer for if some reason we want to put a +10/+10 equipment on our creatures once we have our Power Stone Shards activated. We have a Sentinel Totem in case we find ourselves paired up against a Phoenix deck. Amulet of Safekeeping to hose token decks. Damping Sphere to kind of like slow down and shut down burn decks and such that will try to go off several cards each turn. Sorcerer's Spyglass to shut down Planeswalker decks. Sigiled Sword of Valron if we need to get in some extra damage and start bolstering our board up a little bit more with our smaller creatures. Transmogrifying Wand as removal. Icy Manipulator as another form of removal to keep our opponent's creatures tapped down. Gilded Lotus for a little bit of mana help. Vanquisher's Banner if we want some more draws off of our constructs and we're kind of floating in a dead hand right now. Maybe we don't have any Icons of Ancestry. Godpharaoh Statue because making all of your opponent's spells cost 2 more to cast. Usually a pretty good thing. Immortal Sun if our opponent's Planeswalker deck is going off more than our value that we can accrue from these 3 guys right here. And then 2 Meteor Golems just to remove any kind of threat our opponents might have that we might want to deal with late game that is inhibiting us from winning. And the only other important part about the deck that we have to touch on still is the land base. So, being a colorless deck, we get to actually utilize a lot of the fun utility lands floating around in Standard right now, one of which being Blast Zone, which in my testing has heavily destroyed decks that go off early game. So like the Feather deck, the Flash deck, Mono Blue, Burn, all these decks that just put a bunch of creatures on the same converted mana cost on the battlefield, well, Blast Zone kind of hoses them really hard, especially if they're casting a lot of 1-drops, because we just pop it as it comes into the battlefield for 3 mana and wipe their entire board. And the only thing that would really hit on our board are Sparring Constructs. Pretty good trade for us at the end of the day. We also have Cryptic Caves, which are a pretty much a cycle land. You can pay 1, tap it, sack it, draw a card if you control 5 lands or more. Emergence Zone, which is almost the same thing, but instead of drawing a card, it lets us cast spells as though they had flash until end of turn. Karn's Bastion, pay 4, tap it, and proliferate. We're working with a lot of counters in this deck, especially with Steel Overseer, our Planeswalkers, and the Sparring Constructs. And the tokens are the counters on Treasure Map. So, being able to proliferate all of those is kind of key to our game plan. Mobilized District, we can make it discount up to 3. Pay 1 mana to get a 3/3 citizen creature till end of turn is pretty good. Even if we're paying 2 mana for a 3/3, it can get us there late game when our board is suffering from board wipes or just tons of removal. And Sulfuran Voids, a basic Scry 1 colorless producing land. So, without further ado, we are going to take this bad boy right over here into a constructed event that I already have queued up, and we are going to see how we do. And like I said, I've been testing this for a couple of days and seeing how the jank works, and to my advantage, not a lot of people know how to sideboard against jank, because that's just kind of how it goes. You don't know. So, we're hoping that that trend continues this week, and we can get some easy wins here. All right, and our first hand, like this isn't like the best hand, but we do have literally a turn 1 through 4 play, and I like to see that. We have some scrying with treasure map going on in turn, and we have some pretty decent utility lands, so I feel comfortable with this. Our opponent's probably looking at our sparring construct and wondering what we are doing. And they're going to play a 1/1 vampire with Death Touch and Life. Yeah, I guess we'll just wait. Are they just playing like some weird spin on the vampires deck? We know how much I love my vampires. But I think next turn, now that we've drawn this Icon of Ancestry, we're probably going to drop it in place of the Power Stone Shard. The only thing that would make me want to drop this Power Stone Shard is if we draw like another one. Because we're still probably going to drop Traxos the next turn. We just have to find a single land. Okay, cast down our creature. We'll take 1. Okay, so we did draw the second Power Stone Shard, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop this here. And then on their turn, we will scry with Treasure Map, and that should actually put us in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I think next turn we can just go Power Stone Shard, Traxos, pass. Okay, Johnny's Pridemate. Oh, is this Orzhov Lifelink deck that I've been hearing about? That might actually be interesting to play against. I wonder if they have it like maxed out or if it's also placing us against jank decks again this week. We don't really need the Sulfuran Void, so let's put that on the bottom. I want to find more answers. Yeah, glad I did that. So let's go with this Power Stone Shard. And we can play our Traxos and scry with Treasure Map again. I'm okay with that. We can also probably Treasure Map on our upkeep to flip it if we find a Karn that is super good. Let's remember to put that stop on our upkeep. Opponent playing a tapped Godless Shrine. Their life gain deck does not want to take the damage, apparently. They're going to Mortify our Traxos anyway. That is not very nice. Sulfuran Void to the bottom. Alright, an opponent can swing in here for 4, pump the Pridemate. They might just have the upper hand here. We've kind of like played out a little bit. I'm hoping this Treasure Map can find us something here. Karn's Bastion, definitely on the bottom. We are kind of flooding here. We've seen like 4 lands in a row now. But we're just going to go to our main phase, because that helps when you're trying to actually cast your spells. And then we will cast Icon on Construct. And let's actually just search. Okay, we found a Voltaic Servant. Do we want to play it this turn? I don't think it really matters if we do, so I'm just going to pass back. I definitely want to find like another Voltaic Construct to block. Or not, sorry, a Voltaic Construct, another, oh no. Yeah, Bloodthirsty Aerialist. This is definitely that lifelink, or, yeah, lifelink deck. The Sparring Constructs is why I want to find another one up to block and kill this Vampire of Dire Moon. Really regretting not swinging on turn 1, because if he would have jump blocked, that would have been, or not even jump blocked, but just traded, that would have been good for us. Okay, so we're going to take another 5 damage here, go down to 9. They're going to pump both of their Pridemates and the Aerialist. This might be a little brutal for us to get over. But let's see, they have 2 Pridemates on 2. So I think I'm actually just going to sacrifice 2 treasure here to put a counter on our Blast Zone. And we can just get rid of their Pridemates. That's going to buy us a little bit of time here. Yeah, this card makes me feel a little bit better. So let's just go make a Construct. It is a 6/6. I don't really want to play the Voltaic Servant this turn because we're just going to nuke it if we play it. So let's just pass back, and then on their combat, we will pop this Blast Zone and get rid of their Pridemates. Ooh, we actually should have done it in response there, but I like clicking through my triggers too much. So we're off to a great start tonight, punting almost right away. So how about we just let our opponent draw 2 cards really quick. The Aerialist is probably going to kill our Karn here. I'm probably just going to let the Voltaic Servant block and kill the Vampire next turn. Oh, you just... I was going to say, like, our opponent should just swing the 3 at Karn. I mean, if they don't want to swing that at us, like, that's whatever. And if they're not going to swing with the Pride Mates, I'm just going to pop this on their end step. Okay, but they are, so we will pop it on combat. Yeah, but they will draw 2 because I did not respond and instead clicked through my triggers like I usually do. But we're not going to throw our 6/6 in the way of a 1/1 that is going to kill it.
Do not pity me.
Opponent's going to pump the Aerialist. They're back up to 19. This deck is actually pretty cool. Okay, they're going to destroy our construct anyway, so not looking too great for us. Alright, let's see what we draw. Another Icon of Ancestry. Drawing 3 of those in a row with no creatures, not too great. See, can we get another draw? Okay, Sparring Construct. And we can Voltaic, Servant, Icon of Ancestry, Naming Constructs, and then we can untap a Power Stone Shard to hit an icon on their turn and hopefully find another construct. Ooh, what else do you have, opponent? Okay, another Vampire of Dire Moon. Like, sucks for us. We're going to really have to find an answer for this Aerialist. Just trying to think if we really have any right now. Because we definitely started off way too slow this game. Yep, we're going to put another counter on Aerialist. We are dead next turn if we cannot find any answer. So I think we pretty much just need to find Ugin. And if I pass both my Ugins on this icon, I'm going to feel really bad. But no, we find a Steel Overseer. That's okay. Mobilize District. Let's activate one of these. There's our Ugin that we needed, but there is no way to add him into our hand. Yeah, and sadly we were just a little too slow here. So I'll play that. I mean, we have a 5/7 Voltaic Construct, and we just have no way to block this flyer. So that is going to be game for us. So, down game 1. I hyped up this deck a lot, and we are already doing poorly, but I am confident that we're going to get some wins here. So, let's move on to the next one. I have some faith in my deck building skills, at least a little bit, so... I feel like we will do alright here. Alright, man, risky keeps. We're on the draw? I'll keep this just because if we get a free scry off our land too. Okay, an Ugin, that's not terrible. Ooh, I like Voltaic Servant. Looks like they're... Hopefully there's on like... Oh, they're on Selesnya? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to jam this Overseer because they're probably not going to do anything about it for another turn or two. If they have any kind of removal, it's probably enchantment-based. So I'm not too scared. Yeah, Ferocious Pup. So this is where our deck gets to have some fun with Voltaic Servant, because we're just going to activate Steel Overseer, untap Steel Overseer, and then we can activate it again on their turn, turning our Steel Overseer into a 3/3 and our Voltaic Servant into a 3/5. Even for like, like a Selesnya deck, that can be hard to get over. If we're pumping our creatures faster than you are putting out big creatures. Battlefield Create. Looks like our opponent's playing Wolf Tribal? Playing Jank places you against Jank, according to Arena's algorithms, apparently. So this is fun. Looks like it's our turn, so let's activate our Steel Overseer one more time. We find another Overseer, so I'm actually just going to go Overseer, Voltaic Servant. We're going to enable full control here. activate our Steel Overseer. We're going to swing with this one because our opponent can't actually kill it. And if you just want to start chomping with your creatures, I'm cool with that. Yep, and we're going to enable full control here. We're going to untap that Steel Overseer and then untap him again. Resolve the first one, holding priority, tap him again, buff our board, untap him again, and then leave him up so we can pump in response to blocks next turn. So like already on turn 4 we have a 5-5, a 5-7, a 3-5, and a 3-3, and our board's only going to get bigger. And we also have Karn and Ugin here that we're going to put more counters on our Karn Struck, and we can have this Salvager up to actually save our board if our opponent decides they're running removal. But let's see if they go to attack. I bet they don't. They're thinking about it, but I think they realize that we can just block and kill anything they throw our way. I like just playing Karn this turn. I kind of want to get down to Karn Struck.
I battle. Some solutions must be built.
Yeah, let's swing with this Voltaic Servant, because we can pump twice and you still can't kill it. Yep, and he's just going to let it through. Actually, I should have just pumped there. I don't know why I did. We were just punting even harder now. I think I was out in the sun too long today, just fried my brain. That's okay. Well, now we can untap just both these Overseers instead of having to do that. Priority holding. But yeah, our opponent is literally just playing Wolf Tribal. Like, that's cool, but your Wolves are not going to grow bigger than our Constructs are, so... Opponent just out of sadness. Can't handle the Constructs. Scoops up the game, and we get our first win. I'll take game 2. I can live with that. So let's move on to the next one. Hopefully this deck is going to put out for us tonight. Hopefully that'll be like our one loss for the night. Like, let's hope for the best. All right. Overseer map and 2 Power Stone shards. I like this. Oh, let's go Karn's Bastion Pass. And our opponent being like another like low power deck. No red. I don't want to see that. Yeah, I just don't like the Overseer is going to die next turn for sure if I play it. So let's just play Treasure Map and pass. Our opponent's on that new burn deck with the addition of Scorch Spitter. Like, I don't really think that the burn deck is going to change that drastically after rotation. Like, they lose some good cards, but like they've already gained enough back for like what they're like taking out that I think it'll be still a pretty stable deck in the meta, especially in like best of ones. Yep, Runaway Steamkin. So our opponent can run away with the game. Yeah, it's Power Stone Shard. Let's just activate our Treasure Map now. Actually, let's do Ugin on top, so we'll be able to cast it in a turn with the second Power Stone Shard. Next turn we'll be at 5 open mana, so we can just play... Because we'll go Blast Zone, Shard, Overseer, Construct. Ugin will be our last card in hand. Even if we're just plussing Ugin to chump block Steamkin until we just decide we want to blow it up with that ability, it's flooding our board. So I like that. Okay, and we have Little Chandra here.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best. Say
2/1/1
hi to my
elementals.
fiery friends.
That's a lot of damage. Thankfully we're going to be putting some bodies on board next turn. I'd be tempted just to like power up this Mobilize District and hit right now. But I don't see a lot of use behind that play. Yeah, let's put a Sparring Construct on the bottom. We don't need another one of those. But we can also activate Blast Zone too. I've just realized if we like really have to get rid of Steamkin. Looks like another 1-drop. Maybe just popping in on 1 is a good idea. If like they play another 1-drop creature, I'm super tempted to pop it.
These little
But here
guys
we
are
have 3, 4,
great.
5, 6, 7 damage would put us. Okay, so that's 8, 9. So that puts us a bolt away from losing, so we have to chump here. Okay, and they're going to kill our Overseer anyway. I'm just going to block the Steamkin. Because I don't think we're that far off from actually being able to realistically win right now. Yeah, land is definitely good. Another Blast Zone to the bottom. We're going to pop this, blow up both of his ones. And we only... Man, we're 1 mana short. But... let's just power up this Mobilized District, hit Chandra.
Keep it up, and you'll pay.
And then we can still Treasure Map, flip. And I think we're in a good position. Chandra Spitfire. Doesn't have haste, so we should be okay. Opponent is choosing to keep the power on the Steamkin. Like, we go down to 1.
These little guys are great.
But do you have any kind of burn spell, opponent? Blast Zone to the bottom. We'll take Servant. Let's sack a treasure and draw a card. Ugin. Recastable take, Servant. Cast a Karn for 2.
I will fight for my friends.
Blow up the Spitfire because we have no way to block flying. Make a Karnstruct. It's a 6/6. That's fine, but I think we still lose, actually. If I'm not mistaken, because he can just hit Chandra's ability and kill us, plus any burn spell kills us anyway. So yeah, there was not a great way to win here. Oh yeah, that's definite game. Another Chandra. There is no way we're getting around that. So we'll move it on to the next one. Constructs, don't let me down, or I'll have to run you back again. Like, I believe in the Constructs. I think we can do good things. This is not a good hand. We're going to mull that. This hand is much better, and we don't need 2 treasure maps, so let's throw one on the bottom. Got Construct into Overseer. Treasure map back up. It looks like our opponent's playing Vampires, and I think our deck actually outpaces Vampires, especially if it is a low removal build. Oh, we're playing Life Gain again. Okay. This is a much better hand against the Life Gain deck than we had the last time. So I actually do feel more confident about this. Like, literally just having Overseer makes so much of a difference. Yeah, let's Icon of Ancestry, naming constructs. Swing with our Sparring Construct. Our opponent will probably chump. Yeah, we'll just activate the Overseer regardless. I could block and activate it, but I really don't care about the 2 life here. I'd rather get the extra damage in. Actually, looks like they're just playing an Afterlife deck. I'm okay with that. Ooh, Voltaic Construct. Let's leave that on top. I want to see that. And let's punch with Sparring Construct again, because our opponent's not attacking, so... I think here we will let it go through. Just as the 3. Hold back the extra to... maybe just block. Like, we're going to see a Tesa. Oh, Divine Intervention. Okay, I see why our opponent was holding back now. But, so the fun thing about this is we can continually pump our constructs and just wait until we find another land to cast this Ugin. Let's put that icon on the bottom. Voltaic Servant. Activate Steel Overseer. Yeah. I'm going to wait till we can cast Ugin before we start swinging, just because I don't want this Divine Visitation to be a problem for us. If our opponent has 2 of them, that's going to suck, but... I mean, we can take the hits if they want to start swinging. I'm okay with that. Okay, Kaya's Ghost Form. I'm ready to give you some spirits in a turn. Yeah, let's swing at us for 4. I don't know why they haven't been doing that. It does have... Did it always have Vigilance? I think it does, right? Yeah, it's always had Vigilance. Our opponent just hasn't been attacking us, even though they can very easily do it. Ooh, Karn, you're not a land. That's okay, though. Let's just activate our treasure map, and we can just sack a couple of treasures. I'm not that worried. Traxos on the bottom. Yeah, let's just go sack a couple of these bad boys. Cast our Ugin. Like, even if our Ugin just dies right now, like, I am totally okay with that.
Seeds of disaster. This I can create or destroy.
We're pretty much going to lose this Ugin next turn. It was just worth it as the removal spell right now. But let's just swing with the Sparring Construct. And we'll pump our board. Because we're just going to untap Steel Overseer anyways. I mean, our opponent can make a single Spirit. And then we can untap our Overseer again. There we go. Didn't want to select it there for a second, but we got there. All right. Opponent probably is going to take out Ugin right here. Don't blame them. It gives us insane value. They're deciding if they want to attack still. That's back and forth and back and forth. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. Okay, we're just making the very conservative swing for a single damage.
I must return.
Main phase 2. Nothing. Let's activate our Steel Overseer. Pump our field. Go back. Our deck is doing what we want it to. Let's cast a Karn. And let's -2 that Karn to make a Karn Struct. 7/7.
Say hello to my little friend.
I really don't want to sack the treasure for a Salvager right now. But I will pump my board. Go to combat. Let's swing with both. Like, if he wants to waste a combat trick... Yeah, like, you still can't... Like, you could full block my Voltaic Servant and not kill it. And I'm just going to be putting on so much pressure. Like, eventually, like, I'll be able to grow my board the same speed you will, but I'm going to have much bigger things than you will. Like, even if you get off your... Oh, I forgot. It could get Death Touch still in a turn. This is why it's really important to read your opponent's cards. But it's still going to die and come back. Voltaic. Servant has really kind of served its purpose. We just don't get to abuse its brokenness for a second. Johnny's welcome from our opponent. And we are punting hardcore tonight. Give it vigilance. That's kind of weird. It's not showing their power or toughness on the actual... Oh, there it was first. We had it for a second. Wizards, fix your UI. We're going to have one swung at us, two swung at us. Just one, none. They've changed their mind completely.
Farewell, and thank
I mean,
you
I'm
for
fine
the
just
lesson.
continually swinging this sparring construct until they get rid of their seraph scales. Traxels might actually be nice right now just to get the trample. I think we put one on the bottom earlier and probably shouldn't have. But I think our opponent has to pass back. Maybe they're hoping we'll do something really stupid, like swing with our Steel Overseer. Which, yes, that would be very stupid. Don't really need the Blast Zone. So I think what might actually be fun is popping my Blast Zone on 2 next turn and using Salvager of Ruin to get back my Steel Overseer. Like I can Kamikaze it next turn. And see if that works. Yep, and our opponent loses 2 more creatures and gets 3 more spirits. Gains 3 life. Can draw no cards because they have no mana untapped. Maybe popping it on 1 would be better because this is really annoying. We'll just see what they play. That'll probably help me finalize if I'm going to actually do anything or not. Gross. Soren.
Soren Markov, Lord of Innistrad.
Now their entire board has lifelink and all of their glitched out tokens. And a Safara. Grosser. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent's going to do
I
here.
require your body, not your soul.
Conservative pass at the end of the turn. Yes, I can put it up to 3. Putting it on 4 might just be the best right now. I'm just going to put a single counter on it right now. See where that gets us. Go to our turn, sack a treasure, draw a card. Constructs. Yeah, I don't think we're just going to be able to get there fast enough. We'll swing with all 3 of these. They're probably just going to Spirit, and their guy over here with Afterlife, too. Oh, they're going to block with their Safara. Weird. Oh, all their creatures have indestructible. Well, once again, it's important to read your opponent's cards.
Vampirism is a
Yeah, there's just
useful
no way we
trait.
can beat that, so... Because there's no way we can remove Safara in time. So, that was 3 big losses, but that's okay. We can just go right back and run it again, because that's what we do here at Mom's Basement Streams. When we are doing crappy, we just keep playing. We don't give up. We like to blame the game, not blame the user errors, so I'm going to blame the game. Hope everyone is having a decent Friday today. I was working pretty much right up until we started streaming today, so if I'm a little tired, my apologies. But going into this next game, woo! Alright, this hand looks spicy, let's keep it. Just don't be playing burn opponent. Oh, we're back up against... Are we just gonna get like the same order of weird tier decks again? Are we up against just like... This is the exact same plays that were made like a game ago. Soren's Thirst. Okay. Let's play an Emergence Zone into an Overseer. We'll probably play one of our icons the next turn if our Overseer survives. Crossing my fingers that it does. Yep, here we go. We got a Blood Up Burglar. I will take a single damage because that lifelink is giving you no benefits right now. I actually kind of like leaving the Sparring Construct up. Just to get rid of this Vampire of Dire Moon, because the faster I can get his Death Touch off the board, the better. Opponent has some kind of response. Just gonna give him +1/+3 till end of turn. Not good for us. What kind of weird god? This is a worse version of that deck that we played earlier. Let's play an Icon of Ancestry. Naming Constructs. And pass back. I mean, we can block and kill the Blood Burglar, definitely. Like, even if they have another one of those. Because we can make this a 5/5 when we activate it in response to combat. Like, if we draw another land, too, we could go Ancestry Second Steel Overseer. And maybe 2 Overseers going will outpower what will eventually just be a 1/1. Forget I said anything, because they're just going to kill our creature anyway. Just activate it for fun there. And watch the world burn. But we can play this Overseer and another Icon, turning it into a 3/3, making it so we can just straight up block this Blood Burglar. And if they have another one of those weird pump spells, the Dark Remedy, I guess it just feels bad to be us. But hopefully they won't have that. Hopefully we can just block. Thorn's Guide. Is our opponent just playing a Planeswalker deck? I think our opponent's just playing the Sorin Planeswalker deck. They got their free code, and they're like, time to download Magic Arena. That's okay. Power Stone Shard. Into Salvager of Ruin. Pass the turn. What does the Sorin do? Oh, it can deal 4 damage to any target. Sounds like we're not going to have a Steel Overseer. But they're still 1 land short. Alright. Like to see that. It's not worth wasting our Salvager, I don't think. Our opponent is up at 33, though. Like, the Planeswalker deck is doing its job. Ooh, rough. Double rough! Man, we whiffed twice. Let's see what we hit off this bad boy. Another Icon, but it's a little too late to cast it. So, we'll just pass back. Alright. Opponent casting that Sorin. I hope they -4 on our Steel Overseer, because then we can just...
I will take it
Or
personally.
-2 to deal 4 to our Overseer, because then we can just tap in response.
cower
Yep, she's
before
gonna get
my
+2 to the
ancient
Vampire
might.
of Dire Moon. Let's just block. Pump the board. Play our land for turn. Play another icon of Ancestry. Name constructs. Go here, activate this one. Please let us find a construct. We do. Find a Voltaic Servant. Cast that Bad Mamba Jamba. Tap this guy. Buffer board. Untap Steel Overseer again. And we're looking... We're not actually in like a bad place right now. Aerialist we will need to find an Ugin to get rid of. Or just beat down on our opponent super hard out of nowhere. This Savage Gorger is going to be pretty brutal too. Like, our opponent will probably just plus Thorn and not swing. Okay, they're still swinging.
Is maintained through conflict.
Really wants to get off the Epicure of Blood trigger. Let's activate. It'll die. We'll get pinged off this, which will grow that too. And this little Planeswalker deck has its synergies. Alright, and we don't find anything. And I think we're just actually gonna untap Traxos here and hopefully live one more turn.
The age of vampires will never end.
Going to go with a very conservative 4 or a 7. 7 in our face. And if they have that weird pump spell, they get there. Nope. Well, I'm going to pump my board. Go to my turn. Karn's Bastion. Activate an icon. Find a Voltaic Servant. Cast that Voltaic Servant. Activate this Karn's Bastion. Proliferate. And just lose the game? Our opponent adds the insult to the injury and goes down to 10. We will untap our Traxos and then lose on the... Oh, I guess we can untap our Overseer too, and then lose on the next turn. Flying seems to be an issue for this deck. I think we've lost a lot to flying so far. The only hard part about playing this deck true colorless, just tribal, is the fact that there are... I mean, I guess we could play like Joyous Familiar or something to get over flying, but I don't think it's a construct. But it would still get counters from Steel Overseer. It just wouldn't get hit by Icons of Ancestry. So maybe we could actually just go down a couple icons and go up a couple of Joyous Familiars. Or even maybe just put some Joyous Familiars on the side to grab by Karn. But we haven't seen any of our great creators in any of these games. Oh, this is a fine hand. I think opponent's on the play. They are going to lead. Ooh, with a tapped Goblet Shrine. Well, let's put our second icon on the bottom. We have just been hitting nothing but icons. Like, this is, like, really weird. I did not hit this many in testing. Which is why I figured the 4 was still just fine, but I think it's a little too much. Like, I think going down to 2 would honestly be okay. Let's play a Servant. Our opponent seems to be just on Vampires. Then we want to go Icon Scion. Okay, opponent gets rid of our creature. Hits us for 1. In that case, I'll just play the Salvager of Ruin, so the next time we play Karn, if they get rid of Karn, we can just bring it back. If they do play a Sorin this turn, I'm going to play Great Creator and go find a Sorcerer's Spyglass. Looks like they have another Mortify or something. Cruel Celebrant. Yep, I will take one again. Ooh, Steel Overseer. Yeah, so I think next turn we'll go Icon Overseer.
I have faced Awaken.
But we just have a 2/2 construct right now. We're not in like a great place. But we are still at 18, so I'm not super worried. Opponent on that super budget mana base. And we'll Elder Spell our Karn. That's okay, we still got a construct out of him. Like, if you really want to swing with him, I'll chump. Or not chump, but make you chump. Ooh, double Overseer? Okay, no, it's not on our curve, but should we go for it? No, let's just go for the Icon. Let's play it safe. So we draw another land, we can just go Karn, other Overseer. Let's definitely swing with this 5/5, though. That seems like a good plan to me. Opponent's down to 17. We are now winning the race. The Mortifier Overseer, that's okay though, we have another one. Well, Karn. Sparring Construct.
I will not stop.
That's not like too great here. What do I want to grab off Karn? I think we might just want to grab the banner. Swing for 5. Yep, opponent's down to 12. Aerialist. Alright, so I think what I actually want to do here is just grab a Meteor Golem. Just kill the Aerialist in a turn or two. Swing for 7. Opponent deciding to finally jump. I forget, is Cruel Celebrant non-token? Yeah, it's not. Nope. It is not. It is any creature. And that's pretty cool with your Aerialist, but I'm definitely going to be killing that soon, so don't get your hopes up. Divine Visitation. I don't see any tokens yet. This is like so weird. Is this like this? I need to go back and look at this footage to see if this is just the same guy or if this is all of a sudden a deck out of nowhere. You can kill our Karn, that's okay. It wasn't really going to do a lot for us. We don't have a way to cast Meteor Golem yet, so we won't. Would not be surprised if we find a way this turn. I mean, that kept our... That was pretty good. That just drew us super well. Yeah, let's swing with the boys. Gonna block the 10, take 7. That puts our opponent on the defensive now. I don't think they can really win from here. Now let's untap our Construct. And we have 7 lands in play to cast this Meteor Golem and get rid of their Aerialist. Like, you can double pump your Knight next turn, I don't care. Opponent, don't attack. You just lose. Why would you do that? Okay, they're not. Alright. Bring it back to my turn. Meteor Golem. Like, opponent knows it's... Like, it was a revealed card. I don't know why they're just, like, suddenly scooping to it. Like, they had to know it was coming. But yeah, that was definitely... That Vanquisher's Banner did some work there. Once again, just the power of Karn the Great Creator when you're in Singleton. I was hoping to abuse it more since we have 3 of them in our library, but that's the first one we've literally cast in, like, 6 games. And before that, the only other one we saw was in one of our, like, non-keepable opening hands, so not too great. This hand seems fine. Opponent's still deciding if they're going to mulligan or not. We have Overseer and a Salvager, and we also have Power Stone Shard and Treasure Map. If our opponent is playing a red deck, we'll go... Or just anything like heavy and removal. Looks like they are, so we're just going to go Map Shard. And just kind of get them to empty their hand first, maybe. But we'll also just see how crazy they go off here. If they just go off too crazy, sadly, I don't think this hand can do a lot. I hope this isn't just goblins, because Trash Master literally just hoses our entire deck. Well, let's see. Nope, looks like it's just burn. Oh, thank God it is only burn. I'm actually just going to play an Overseer here. If I can keep them off these cards next turn to waste a burn spell on Overseer, especially that Legion War Boss, I'm okay with that. And if he opts into casting the War Boss instead, I'm also okay with that. Because that means we get to keep our Overseer and start pumping. Yep, and that's exactly what he did. He just went for the War Boss. We'll take 2, 3 this turn. Oh, 4. 5? Because he's going to Mentor? Okay. No blocks. Can't really do anything else, opponents, so you're going to have to pass back to us. There you go. Let's play a Void. Great Creator. I like that, actually. Let's leave that there. Then... I think I want to play Salvager this turn. Because if they just, like, gun for the Overseer, I can use the Salvager to get it back after I declare blockers. Yeah, and they're just going to nuke it right away. That's okay. They have 2 mana open. Firebrand. We'll tap it. If you want to waste another burn spell to remove it, that's okay. So that's 4, 5, 6 damage, brings us down to 6. Yeah, mono red against this deck seems to be a terrible matchup for us. We actually should have gone Power Stone Overseer, and I wasn't thinking correctly, so that's my bad. Yep, gonna go to combat. Swing at us with everything. Yep, and we take exactly 5 no matter what, because, like, even if we block here, it's 4, 5. So that is game. Constructs, you're letting us down. Alright, let's run her back again. If this fails one more time, I think we might go on to another deck for the evening. I'm okay with this. Got 1, 2, and 3 drops for days. Scry 1. Keep that emergency zone on top. play the Sparring Construct and pass back. So now we know we're hitting our land drops. That feels good. Knight of Ebon Legion. Not good. But we'll play this Voltaic Servant and pass. Just target Servant, I guess, because you have to choose a target with Voltaic Servant. We're going to get these icons of Ancestry rolling, though, and we'll be in a better place after that happens. Oh my god, all these life gain decks are coming out of the woodworks. Let's put this icon on Constructs. Sling with Sparring Construct. Because we're just going to untap it if they don't block. And go back to their turn. Yep, they're going to play an Aerialist. Not good for us. We can't really deal with those, as we have seen. Block the Construct. Or block with the Construct. Icon. Naming Construct. Swing for 4. Hit for 4. Untap. And it's to the point right now where we can now block this knight, and even if he pumps, our servant doesn't die. Man, budget lands help your budget vampires grow, I guess. When I said we were giving you some jank today, I meant jank, so I can't be too upset here. Man, just passing back. I don't like this one bit. And they can pump once. We might as well just try to get the damage in if they'll let us. And if not, they deal 5. We just untap it and we're fine. I mean, I think they realize that nothing happens here, but it's still worth blocking for them, I think, so. Yep. Oh, does that give it Death Touch? Why did I not? We were literally playing this deck last week. Man, I'm just punt central today. I am tired. I am not reading cards. Man.
Or you will taste my blade.
And a Sorin. I think this is pretty much game for us. I don't see how we can just sneak a win here.
But a taste of my power.
Like, their board is growing so huge. Ours is not doing that at all. We see a Steel Overseer, but literally we're just dead on board, so.
Our veins thirst for life.
Yep, we will just chump your Knight of the Ebon Legion for now. And I don't know how we get out of it. I don't think our deck literally has a way to get out of this. Yeah, because all we can really do here is this. Like, that's now a 6-7.
Our actions determine the course of history.
Make a big 8-8 that does absolutely nothing for us right now and concede the game. So, didn't go as well as we planned. I don't really think these icons are as great as I thought they would be in the deck list. So this is going to have to be something that we revisit later. I have to go back to the drawing boards on this deck a little bit, but I thought just giving everybody something fun to watch on a Friday when our very own Mr. Joshua Warren is not here would be a little fun. So I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to piece something back together right now. We're going to take a little bit of an intermission break, and then when I come back, we will continue with some other jank. So we will be right back. All right, and we are back. We have a brand new deck list here. We are just trying out the Simic Nexus of Fate deck list that has been rocking it recently at several events. Topping a lot, so hopefully we're going to get some wins here. Pretty basic list compared to what's been out recently. Got your Up, your Blink of an Eye, your Lazotep Plating, Search for Esconches, Root Snares, Growth Spirals, Narset, Chemister's Insight, Wilderness Reclamation, Tameo, and Nexus of Fates. And then in the sideboard here, it's where the stuff from the new sets kind of come in. We have some Veil of Summers, which for 1 green lets you draw a card, and if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn, spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. 2 Aether Gusts, also from M20. Choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library, their choice. Cerulean Drake, also from M20. 2 of those guys. They're a 1/1 flyer for 2, protection from red. You can sack it to counter target spell it targets you, useful against burn. And then the only other card we have from the new set in here is Shifting Ceratops. It can't be countered, has protection from blue, and you can pay a green to give it reach, trample, or haste until end of turn. Other than that, we have a couple of negates, a couple of biogenic oozes, and a couple of hydroid crises in the side. So, now that that's all set, we're going to go right back over here to Traditional Constructed, have it queued up, and we are going to rock it. All right, we are going to be on the play. That is a very bad hand. That is still a bad hand, so we are going to keep it, though, because I don't want to risk it. So we're just going to put this memorial on the bottom. Let's go Breeding Pool, untapped, pass to our opponent. We'll opt on their end step. Freak our opponent out and make them think we're on that really annoying Simic Flash deck. We'll be ready to play that in about, I would say by next week. I might actually be able to play that, but next week is our Planeswalker Tribal Week here at Mom's Basement Streams, so we'll be doing that. But once that's all said and done, I think that we should be able to actually play... Ooh, we're playing up against red. Yes, I want to draw a Reclamation. Just gonna play a tap Breeding Pool. Man, we're just gonna flood. This sucks. Never feels good to flood. But yeah, I think we might be able to play the Simic Flash deck the week after. So in 2 weeks. So keep your eyes open for that. If there's any fun changes on that, I'll definitely throw them in there. I just need a couple more of those Night Pack Ambushers. I literally have the deck minus like 2 Night Pack Ambushers, and I have been unlucky when it comes to opening them, and I used my wild cards on some other things recently, like rounding up vampires for the stream a couple days ago. So hopefully we will have that up and running here soon. Opponent, I don't know what you are doing. They're on the clock now. They're playing mono red. Their deck should be the straightforward one. Ours is the one where I'm going to have to click control all the time to sip through every action. Here you go. Okay, there's the land. They've decided. The second land is probably good. Looks like they're off to a little bit of a slower start too with the Steamkin. We're definitely going to play our search and pass back. Our opponent says nice because I don't know. Third land, nice. Don't be bringing your salt here, opponent. I'm here for a fun time, not a long time. Pyromancer, counter on the Steamkin, 2 to our face. You're gonna have 3 more. You're gonna cast something else. Light up the stage. Yes, pump that Steamkin again. Double land. Ha, whiff. Yeah, I think that has to be library. And I'm just gonna play Tameo because he will probably go to kill it here. And I am just going to name
I noted this somewhere.
Nexus. It's pretty obvious what we're on, I think. And we actually do find 1, and we also mill a Chemister's Insight. That puts us at 4 cards in the yard. If our opponent doesn't all-out kill this Tameo, that means next turn we can... Well, not next turn, but the turn after we could flip our search. Yeah, we're still one more land away from being able to Wilderness Reclamation into Nexus. So if we can survive 2 more turns, there's a chance we can just go off. But if our opponent just guns for our life roller here, which looks like that is exactly what they're doing, we might not be able to. Yeah, that's lethal. So we're just going to move on to the next one. We do have sideboard tech for mono red, thankfully, so we do usually get the first win there, but we're going to get them in game 2. So Cerulean Drakes are definitely coming in. Aether Gusts are going to come in, and I think Krasis want to come in. Narsit's not really great against them, especially since we're bringing creatures. We want to take that out. Blink of the Eyes are not as good as like Aether Gust, so I'd rather have the Aether Gust over that. Plating, really good actually against them. Root Snare is really good against them. How about we just take out an Insight and a Tameo and call it good. Run that back and see how that does for us. Hoping we get there. We are literally playing like the 3rd highest tiered deck in the meta right now. It is technically ahead of mono red aggro as far as percentage of players playing it right now go. All right, let's bring it back. Not a keepable hand. Why are you doing this to us, deck? Okay, this is more keepable. Probably gonna put the Insight back. I want to keep the Nexus. I want to ramp into this boy so hard. Opponent's deciding if they want to keep or not. Hopefully the answer there for them is a big fat no. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put Chemister's Insight on the bottom of our library and play a Forest and Pass. Opponent starting off with a super strong Mountain. Would have never guessed that one. So we are actually just going to... Yeah, we'll Growth Spiral on their end step pass. And then next turn we can Cerulean Drake with Opt Up, try to find some more saucy answers. And as Kanta, a Tameo, or a Reclamation might be good. Okay, there's the Steamkin. Let's just... Okay, there's the this Kanta we want. We can also opt to. Let's draw that island. We need lands. Ramping is important for us. Now we can just go search. Drake. Protection from red, so I can literally just chump for days. There's not a lot that the deck can do against this. It really makes... Like, it takes, like, the most of the power of this Steam Kit. Yep, you can deal 2 to our face. That's okay. Lava Runner. You're going to pump your Steamkin to 3, and I'm just going to block it, because I can do that, so... Okay, I think they realize that. Let's go Yard with that. Yeah, we draw another land anyway. No attacks, pass back. Drawing the second Nexus is kind of brutal. We really want to avoid that if possible. Because we're only... I mean, we kind of want just a Reclamation here. Just so we can go off with Nexuses in our searches. Oh! That sucks. But, not really, opponent. You thought you had us, but our Cerulean Drake coming through with that protection from red. Remember when Wizards said they weren't going to do protection because it was too broken of a mechanic and they regretted putting it in the game? And then they just proceed to immediately put it in their new set? Fun times. Okay, so a Reclamation here, that would be nice, please. Please. I don't think it wants to give us a Reclamation. But swinging with the boys. So we're down to 8. Fun thing is, if they pop the Steamkin, it dies. We're just going to go ahead and play a Chandra. That's okay.
Take him out. What's that smell?
You can play him out until end of turn.
It's you burning.
Did they drop a land? I don't think they did. Yeah, sure. Like, I'll just keep it. Like, it at least ensures that I can do something this turn. Cast our Nexus. Shuffle away. No attacks. Back to my turn. Growth Spiral. In the yard. Draw a card. Blast Zone. Play that bad boy. play Nexus of Fate. Dismiss. I guess we could be attacking. Why weren't we attacking? That's kind of a dumb... I think I'm just, like, too stressed. Tameo doesn't do anything for us currently. Ooh, the Big Fat Krasis will, though. So we can cast that bad boy on 6. Draw 3. English is hard. Draw 3 and gain 3. We have 5 cards in the yard. Nothing too impressive, but... I mean, this Krasis keeps us alive for another turn at least. Got the Viashino Pyromancer. Our opponent can still plus Chandra this turn, too. I'm hoping they just hit another land. Cross your fingers. That's nothing bonkers. We are at 9. We can block their 2 fungus creatures.
This is gonna be bad for you.
They have a light up the stage. Letting them see that many cards is kind of stressful when it comes down to it. But they hit land, light up the stage. We're going to waste another red mana. Steamkin is going to let them keep going off here, though. And they just hit land. Frenzy. There's just a chance they could hit land and not go anywhere. So I'm going to hope that's the case. Okay, I think that's just game. Like, drawing that second Nexus of Fate was just so brutal. Also, literally having, like, some of the worst flooded opening hands in existence did not help our case here. Because we're just going to block, and then die. 5-1. One life. So, that's okay. Let's just move it on to the next bad boy. I have some faith in this. Hopefully we're not just going to, like, completely dumpster. Oh no, it's doing that again. Once again, Arena is proving how superior its user interface is by every once in a while locking up where you can't enter your next event, and you have to just, like, completely re-enter the event to move on to the next round. So that's fun. It's not like they're owned by a multi-million-dollar gaming company or anything. Alright, and we are ready with the next round. Against Trunkfish, 28. What you got, Trunkfish? I see you. Ooh, they get to choose. Also, I don't know why I'm all of a sudden going back to Vivian. I was Dovin for a while with my player icon. That's really weird. I don't remember switching that. Starting with those super slow hands again, but we're on the draw, so I guess it's okay. Hopefully we'll draw some kind of ramp. Nope, we're going to draw another Nexus. What can we really do here other than just wait? I mean, they're on straight up Temple of Silence playing over here, so looks like we have some time to process this. But, I think we just want to drop these Reclamations and start Nexusing as soon as possible, but we're also going to need to find an answer to kind of extend the game a little further. We're just, like, drawing these, like, super clunky hands today. I don't know what's up with Arena, so... Circuitous Route. Probably grab a couple of gates and put them out. I wonder what our opponent's on. They're really thinking here. Oh, just a couple basics. Okay. I'm just gonna put a counter on this Blast Zone because we literally have nothing else to do. And it puts us one closer if they start doing things that we don't like. Okay. Reclamation untapped, and now we have a Growth Spiral, and we can also up a Blast Zone again if it's needed. Just can't pop it on 4, that would be really bad. I think 4 is pretty much the only thing that we can't pop it on in this deck. I guess 3 with Narset in our main board too. They're also playing a Wilderness Reclamation deck. Are they playing like a weirder version of like 5-color Nexus? That would be weird. They're not doing the floating mana trick, so I'm guessing that they don't have anything. We don't draw land, though, so opposite problems, am I right? Ooh. Well, let's just attempt to resolve this reclamation. Okay, and it just absolutely skipped through that, so that's fun. We did need a stop there, and I was hoping if I just held full control, it would let me do that. But it saw I was doing full control and just completely skipped through the whole tap-untap thing I was going to do to cast Nexus of Fate. And we at least have Root Snare up if like they're going to try anything really stupid, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, is this just like a weird Golos deck where they're going to cast a bunch of cool stuff off the top? Oh, sadly for them, I don't think they're going to be getting there. Ooh, is this a Nexus? Oh, they're just going to activate Golo on their end step? Okay, I mean, that seems like a waste for our opponent, but okay. Breeding Pool. Okay, so we're gonna, once again, full control, put the stop this time. Maybe that's just what I needed. Yep, blue, blue. Colorless. Colorless. Resolve the first untap. Cast a Nexus. Resolve that bad boy. Go back here. Blue. Colorless. Cast our second Nexus of Fate. And move on to our first extra turn, where we draw another Nexus of Fate, actually. Hooray.
I would like to ask about any lunar anomalies you have experienced. Let me aid your research.
Let's go grab a Nexus of Fate. Nope. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come on! Oh, I just skipped through one of our extra turns. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm just going to make sure I put the stop here, because clearly the game doesn't want to... Man, you think it would be, like, more friendly to that, but apparently not. Man, that's just, like, that's just, like, frustrating. Oh, no, we don't want to go for a Tameo. We're going to go for a Nexus of Fate. There we go. And we found one. Let's Growth Spiral. See if we can find a land. I don't like how it reveals Nexus every single time we find one, and just puts it like right where we need to be clicking. Yeah, so now we're gonna go full control. Resolve that first trigger. Cast our first Nexus. Float another 3 mana. Resolve. Dismiss this annoying thing. Resolve our last untap. Cast another Nexus of Fate. 2 mana floating that we really can't do anything with, but we get 2 more extra turns. We're gonna get another Breeding Pool. Is there anything in our yard that could really help us right now? Not really. So we are going to plus Tameo. Naming.
I find my notes
Where's
helpful.
Nexus? There it is. Nexus of Fate. Let's full control, put the stop on before I forget. Discard this Root Snare. Resolve. Draw 2. Play a Narset. Alien Find.
If you wish to surrender now, I keep an open mind.
And we do. Cast the first one. Hit our second untap. Put that up to 5, so if we just decide that for some reason we just whiff so hard we can't keep going, I can just pop their Golos. Put our stop on before I forget about it. Now that I know that's there, I do want to cast this Chemister's Insight. Nice. That's Kanta. Narset.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
Grab a Nexus. Maybe your opponent will scoop here out of frustration soon. That is Z-Range. Yep, there they go. They've kind of realized we're going off. Alright, so against their weird Golos deck, what do I want to be playing? Probably Krasis. I honestly don't know what to decide in. I think Krasis is just solid if I need to block something big, because I can see them playing lots of big stuff. It's also a pretty solid win condition. Sadly, I think I just built one of those degenerate builds where there's actually no way to win, and I just infinite cycle until my opponent gets pissed off and scoops. And I don't like those builds, so... But I just kind of whipped this together super fast halfway through the stream, so any apologies for that ahead of time, because I know that can be frustrating to play against, and I'm not trying to be that kind of player. I don't think Blinks are super good here. I don't think Narset is super good here. Let's take it back. Got Ooze and Krasis in. Our opponent's probably just like dead on the inside because we're the degenerate who's playing the Nexus of Fate deck. And hopefully we just get this easy win. Hopefully we don't have to see a better way to sideboard against their deck, or if we do, we don't have to use it. That would be the most beneficial to me. Yeah, this is a pretty good hand to start with, actually. Opponent starting with the Temple of Malady. Gonna draw a Root Snare. Play this Breeding Pool untapped and pass back. We have Op up on their end step. Yep, gonna play Temple of Mystery. They're just playing Temple Tribal. I mean, other than like just stacking their draws, I don't know what that's really doing for them to play like nothing but temples. I say is like I'm just gonna actually draw this temple to cast it off of our Growth Spiral next turn. So we're just gonna pass back and do exactly that. So our mana is hyper fixed. Ooh, Risen Reef. Did not expect to see a Risen Reef in that deck, not gonna lie. Hinterland Harbor can go in the bottom. We already have enough lands. We really just need to find a Reclamation. So we're gonna Tameo and try to do exactly that.
The moon looks into the
all the way
library.
down here, Wilderness Reclamation. We find 2 of them. That always feels good. I think we just want to rip Nexus next and start to try to go off with that. We can't do it next turn, but we can do it the turn after. And I don't think our Tameo is in like super big danger this turn. Because there's nothing else I would really like to return. Unless, I guess if we draw a Growth Spiral, or if we draw a land, we could get back Growth Spiral. So we could play play this land, cast Growth Spiral, play another land.
This study is over.
Oh, never mind, our Tameo's gone. Draw another Reclamation. Well, how about we cast a Reclamation? And then do the untap thing. That sounds good. I like that. We're going to see a Gloro here. Give him a basic. Is this just, what, 5 colorless for him? It's like the weirdest sad robot. Opponent playing their own Wilderness Reclamations, but I don't know what purpose it serves in their deck. Mine is going off with Gloro. And like even then, like it didn't do a ton for them, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was avidly unimpressed by its performance. I like this. So now we can play that, play the Search for Kanta. And that's pretty much setting us up. Now we can start finding our Nexuses and just kind of win. Yeah, I think we're really good after this. Because next turn we can flip this Kanta, activate, hopefully find a nexus between the draw and activation. And then the turn after that we can play Tamio and start doing the same. Oh! Okay, they have Field of the Dead. I haven't seen that put into use yet. That might be cool. This can't be that weird Scape Shift deck I heard about that uses it. Could it? Because now I heard there's a Scape Shift deck using Field of the Dead instead of like Delicate. Like that seems really cool. I mean, I have 2 Root Snares in hand, so I'm not super scared. I'm going to discard the plating here to draw 2. I really just want to find a Nexus next turn, because when we do, we just go off. Cast this Opt. Put that land on the bottom. Draw another Opt. Cast that Opt. Put that Temple on the bottom. Like, we're just going through so much, I think we have to find a Nexus. Opt in the yard. Transform our search. Oh. Well, what do you know? Okay, so we need to make sure first, put our stop on, enable full control. I like playing another search that we're just going to refuse to flip so we can get to extra Surveil on our upkeep pretty much. So yeah, we're going to tap a blue here, untap, Nexus of Fate. Now we can just find a Hydroid Krasis, pump a ton of mana into it, and win. Resolve. We're going to activate Azcanta. Find a Nexus of Fate. Don't have enough to cast it this turn, but our opponent knows that we are just finding those Nexus of Fates, and there is nothing they can do to stop us. Decline the transformation of that Azcanta, because we're just using it to filter. Cast this Tamio.
I am Tamio.
We are going to name...
I know I noted this somewhere.
Yeah, let's just name Hydroid Krasis. Yeah, there's one. We can cast that boy next turn. There's Nexus. Let's just give our opponent the GGs, because it is... We've pretty much got him locked down now. Yeah, we'll take more lands. Decline the transformation. Plus our Tamio. Name.
Let me aid your research.
Nexus of Fate. Find us a Nexus? Yes, you do. So we have 2. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Draws us 3 more cards. Oh, no. Oh my god, I hate how just, like, it's just so unforgiving. Like, there's no stopping once it started on Arena with gaining back that priority. So, I mean, we are still in a super good spot here, but it's just, like, it's just frustrating. So, that's okay, though. Like, at the end of the day, it really doesn't make a difference. I think we're still just going to go off and win here. Like, it just stops us from casting our extra Nexus.
Seek and find.
Let's name Nexus of Fate. Didn't find one that time around. We did find our Biogenic Ooze, though, so we could always return that next turn. Let's cast this Nexus right now. Just in case something goes wonky again. Because you never know. Turn our opponent down to 14. Like, they're dead in 2 turns. So I don't know why they would kind of like hold on to hope here, because we just need to find one more Nexus of Fate and they're dead. So let's resolve. Go back here. Activate. Resolve. Oh wow. I found a Nexus. Who'd have thunk it? Put those boys back. Cast our Nexus. Resolve said Nexus. Dismiss. Add a green, add a colorless. Woo! Activate this Escanta. If we find another Nexus, we can just cast it again. We don't, we whiff. 4 lands. Put them on the bottom. Pass the turn. Put that island in our graveyard, decline the transformation, draw a card, play a forest. Let's just minus Tameo. I mean, just kind of ball out here, let our opponent know. We got those biogenic oozes, we don't care.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
Let's activate that bad boy. Grab a Nexus. Swing at our opponent for 7. Like, if our opponent just has, like, a one-trick pony and it doesn't, like, somehow erase all of our infinite turns, we just win, so... Yeah, there we go. Like, they kind of just realized, like, we have, like, 3 extra turns. Even if they can do something, we just still win the game. So, that is 1 win in the bag. We didn't get there against Burn. Sadly, Burn is just a little too fast for us. One of the downsides of this deck. Ooh, we got 2 Vivian Arcbo Rangers from our Battle Pass.
And listen to the sounds of
I still don't know if I would, like, recommend the Battle Pass, technically. Wizards posted... I saw they emailed me some other thing today about, like, if you play 3 times a week, technically you could reach up to level 94. Like, if I buy a Battle Pass, I kind of want to, like, make sure I can level up to, you know, the max level if I, like, want to put in some dedication to the game. And sadly, like, I'm not seeing that from, like, their Battle Pass. So I'm just going to, like, hard pass on it still, because, I mean, it's just kind of, like, shifty, if you ask me. I'm gonna put this Blink of the Eye in the bottom. Lead with a Memorial. Say hi to our opponent, because that's really important. Got Mr. Jeepster over here. Bet he drives a Jeep. Let's play a Opt. We can just search this turn. With those automatics rise every upkeep. Or technically just surveils every upkeep when you think about it. I like a Blast Zone. Let's keep a Blast Zone. Let's do a main phase opt here in case we find, like, something fun. Put that on the bottom. Maybe we'll draw a Growth Spiral. Boom. That's exactly what we draw, so we'll just pass and cast that Growth Spiral on their turn. Are we just playing Grixis Control? Our deck pairs pretty well against theirs, so I would not be opposed to that. Tameo on top. We can go Blast Zone. Let's try to get down a Reclamation. Yep. They don't have any kind of response to that. Chemister's Insight on top. Draws 2 more cards. I like that. Untap all of our lands. We're at 3 in the yard. We haven't even milled one off Escanta yet. Like, even if they go Baby Bolus here. Ooh. Well, how about we Chemister's Insight first, so we can choose a card to keep. Then we'll resolve your thing. And I'm going to keep my Tameo, thank you. But you can take my Root Snare and my land. We'll graveyard that island. Transform our Escanta. Temple of Mystery. Blink of an Eye on the bottom. Cast our Tameo. Let's get our full control going, because if we get lucky and hit a Nexus here, we're cooking with grease. Gas, fire, whatever you want to cook with, so...
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Nexus of Fate. We find one, so hey. A Nexus of Fate is better than no Nexus of Fate. It's like an old proverb, I think. Let's float a blue and colorless. Resolve. Cast a Nexus. Opponent just scoops right away. They know that we're going to lock them out. That's a good feeling. Alright, game 2. They were playing some kind of Grixis deck, but past that, I don't know what the purpose of it is. I'm just going to throw in 2 negates, because I'm just so unsure what their deck's trying to do. Blink of the Eye can come out, and we'll just take it that way. If we just, like, get blown out next game, we'll just better know how to sideboard. But I think we just don't want to stray too far away from our game plan of just, like, go crazy and infinite combo off. Also, that is super weird. It keeps making me Vivian, but like you saw on the loading screen that I am Dovin. Arena, fix your game. Wizards. I'll keep this. Turn 1 Opt. Always a good play. Ooh, and turn 2 Growth Spiral? Papa Bear likes. Yep, we'll pass to our opponent. Man, like they're just going so slow that I don't think they stand a chance. I'll draw another Growth Spiral, because if I just keep hitting lands, Growth Spirals just keep getting better, so we'll pass back. Make our opponent think we're kind of a pushover here. Ashiok? Gross, that is disgusting. Get that out of here. I can't do anything about that right now, though, so we're just going to have to win faster than they can Ashiok our Nexus out of our library. Man, all of Ashiok's audio clips just kind of came out all at once there. I like this Wilderness Reclamation, though. Let's get that boy down. Next turn, we can cast Nexus of Fate in our hand and hopefully start to go off. We have Negate and Growth Spiral, so we can try to get some synergies going. They're just going to Discovery, so I get to keep my Negate up. I'm okay with that. As long as they don't Ashiok hit triple Nexus, we still have a very real possibility of just winning this in like a turn or two. Yep. You're going to Ashiok, hit no Nexuses. Man, I hate that voice that they have for Ashiok. That is so annoying. Tamiyo on the bottom. Very important to do that after they Ashiok us. Woohoo! Double Nexus. Yeah, I need another land before I can cast Tamiyo and then Nexus. But resolving this also gives us Negate backup if they have the counter. They don't. Let's put this up a counter, because I can just always get rid of Ashiok if we can't go off. Stop it on our end step. Cast this Growth Spiral. Yeah, put that Forest into play. Now let's just cast Tamiyo next turn, and also Nexus if we find a Nexus with Tamiyo. Yep, and we're going to put another counter on Blast Zone, just in case. Ooh, another land. Okay. Let's play our Tamiyo. Like, worst comes to worst, we just Tamiyo, pop their Ashiok, hold up Negate as backup.
Opportunity for new data. To the library.
Yeah, I don't even want to give him a chance. So we're just going to tap here, float that, resolve, and then just use the mana to pop our Ashiok, or pop their Ashiok. And if they just want to go and cast another one next turn, we have negate. We have 33 cards left in library. 4 of those are Nexus of Fate. I think we have a very real chance of winning still. Yeah, I'm going to negate that Bedevil all day, dude. Do I have anything in my graveyard that just helps me out a ton right now? I don't think so. Yeah, not really. Not as much as Cameo will here. I mean, if we hit like double Nexus here... Okay, we just hit one. But, like, even hitting one here is terrific for us. No. Wrong phase. Jumped the gun a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because we're not doing a lot with our lands right now. Yep, we'll just pass back to our turn. Plus Cameo.
Let me aid your research.
Find me a Nexus. That's not good for us. Well, man, oh man, do we have a ton of mana, but we just have nothing to do with it, so we just have to hope our opponent doesn't get rid of our Cameo. We still have another one in the deck, but... Okay, let's just cast our Root Snare. It's better than holding it up. Just in case they have some crazy way to get us back there. Well, I guess we just have to hope for the Nexus.
Seek and find.
They can't flip pull us next turn, so that's always a positive. But yeah, we'll find our Nexus. Of course we will. When won't we? Resolve our Narset.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil hone your prowess.
I think between Narset and Cameo, we've just won the game.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Alright, let's just... I think this is an okay game plan. We're at 12 cards left in library, which means we're pretty much just Nexus locking them out of the game.
And prepare.
No, take that stop off. We don't want that boy. Okay, there's another Nexus, and we found an Escanta.
To the library.
Yeah, and I think we pretty much have them locked at this point. There's all 4 of our Nexuses. Resolve 1. Cast 1. We really can't do anything with our extra mana. Resolve 2. Resolve 3. Just give our opponent the GG, let him know that we have him locked. Man, I really just did build one of those super scummy builds. I don't like that. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to win here. If our opponent, like, just wants to wait forever, like, I'm just gonna make the world's most boring video and have to have Abe go in and edit it out. That doesn't sound like fun for anybody involved.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Oh, why can't these decks just put a single win condition in them? Why do people post these lists? They're degenerate. Guess I'm gonna grab Blast Zone.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
And it's not like it wins me the game, because it doesn't. Actually, I don't even want to do that to their bullets, because that's just going to get rid of all my cards. I undo. Nope, it is going to make me go through with this. So I guess I'm just going to confirm 0 and just tap it. Here we have 3 Nexuses, and like literally I cannot win the game. So whoever built this list, I hate you.
Let me aid your research.
Like, I know some of the older lists were running Nissa, and that seemed okay. That was like a super good win condition in your main board. Okay, so I think I've learned my lesson. That's just always side in our win conditions. That's kind of scummy that the person I got this list from didn't put one in. Like, I legitimately feel bad for our opponent, because we're just going to sit here and keep cycling through infinitely. Yeah, there's just like nothing I can do. Like, that's great.
The past is never forgotten.
I mean, I wonder how long our opponent's just gonna wait. Because it's like, we do have you very hardly locked out of the game. Like, sadly, you can win online by just making it so your opponent doesn't get to play the game. Like, I wonder if it shows me how many triggers I have right now. Oh, like Nexus to Fate. Just Nexus of Fate, just like waiting. Like, even if they had, like, a card that's like, oh, make your opponent draw one, at least we could, like, technically, like, draw them out. Like, maybe we give the opponent the GGs. They'll give up. Unless they've just, like, walked away and they're, like, making a sandwich laughing at us right now.
The storied past holds our future.
So I guess we can just, like, restock our hand, so if our opponent It's just gonna make us play it out. We can just play like an infinite turn game where we just counter all of their stuff.
No tail should be discarded.
Oh my god, this is so boring.
My notes helpful.
This isn't good content. Think of the content. I'm not in my end step yet. Nope, don't do that. Go to my end step. I have to cast these boys right now or I would lose. Like, even like a single of like Jace would be okay, because you could just like get yourself to this point, cast Jace, and just win. Because he's essentially just a lab maniac. Person who made this list, you're failing. Like, I don't even know how you can bring this to a tournament and win the first game. Because, like, if you can infinitely, like, go through the game, or, like, just go through a cycle and it doesn't win you the game, like, what's the point? Just draw your opponent out in the first game, I guess?
I have learned much from my ancestors. Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging. I follow the tracks of the wise.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 extra turns right now. There's 15. I'm just gonna let my opponent know I'm not giving up. Do we maybe have like another win condition in here that I'm not thinking of? No, we didn't.
To the library.
Oh man, all those just get shuffled back in.
The past is never forgotten.
Oh, do you know what I just did? I just messed up. Man, this is like literally the most boring stream I've ever done. This just feels really great. This is fun and exciting. Yep. All right, I'm just going to scoop this because our opponent is showing no willingness to bend. So now I'm going to bring in some Crasises. I do like the negates. And I like the Veil of Summers. Take out Insight. Take out Narset. Take out a couple of Root Snares, and I think we're good. Did our opponent just like AFK and now we're just gonna win because they don't come back? That would be hilarious. Huh. I wonder if there's a time limit on sideboarding. I think there is, right? Don't you only get like a minute and a half or something? There we go. Now we're ready. I wonder if that was just a auto ready because they didn't actually submit a new deck. We will see. I'm okay with this hand. Ooh, I think they're just AFK. This is going to be great. Try to punish us for playing a degenerate deck that I feel bad about. Oh no, it looks like they're back. Okay. They are back. Yay for us. Let's put that in the bottom. Can I draw a real land? Yes, I can. Now that I drew another land, let's just play Escanto. You can grow spiral next turn. La 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 la. Opponent's not really playing anything. Let's put that Root Snare in the yard. We can go Memorial to Genius. Pass. Grow Spiral on their turn. That'd be 3 cards in the yard. I think that's off to a pretty good start against their deck. Nice! Nice. Ashiok. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Never don't have it, as they say. I'm gonna be like really upset if like we had the lock last game and we just can't win this game. That's gonna feel really bad.
I lost my appetite.
Do not like Ashiok. Bad card. Do not want. Looks like we're never gonna flip our Escanto. Can't put that Nexus in the yard because we will lose it forever. Okay, opt. Opt on the bottom. Draw. Island. Okay, we just need to find... If we find a Reclamation, I think we can win. We just need to find a single Reclamation. So opponent, just wait 1 turn before you go off. Got Eternal Kefnet. We can take care of that.
You
What?
All stories
This
must end.
is difficult to digest.
Oh, they can't actually exile our Nexus. That's good to know. Do we have any wilderness reclamations in here yet? No? Okay. I mean, I think we're just going to pass. And we might Memorial, but we might also Veil of Summer if they cast something before they activate Ashiok. Looks like they're going to. Oh, they're definitely going to. Yeah. Discard Niskanto. You want to minus Ashiok and not make us mill because we have Hexproof? Now Lazotep's planting or plating lets us also have Hexproof. Ooh, another Veil of Summer. Okay. But I think we can also, with these Nexuses... Please let me cast them. Please don't freeze Arena. Bad times to freeze. Okay, we got Opt. Yeah, I guess we just Nexus and pass. We have Veil of Summer and Lazotep plating. Yard. Transform. Another land! Well, we find a Nexus. Opt. Last zone on the bottom. Draw another Nexus. Okay. So if they Ashiok first, I'm going to plating. Actually, no, that won't even work. Oh no, yes it will. Yep. So let's keep our cards in our library, please. We have this Veil of Summer. If they have counters up for our Nexuses, that gives us an option too. We really just want to find... If we find a Reclamation, we just go off. Yep, they'll attack. Like, we have Hexproof, so I don't know what they're going to do. Play another Ravager? Okay. We're dead next turn anyway, so let's just get rid of the Veil of Summer. Now that I know they're probably not going to have a counter for our Nexuses. What, we have 1, 3, 6, 7, 9 lands? Triple Nexus might get us somewhere. Okay, there's the Reclamation. Okay, so we're actually going off a little bit this time. I'm okay with this now. So let's Tameo.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you.
Can we find
I
a
know I noted this
Crisis is what
somewhere.
I'm really worried about here. There she is. No Crisis. We didn't really mill anything like uber important. Let's activate his Kanta. Find another Nexus. I would like to find our win condition sooner rather than later. So, because I do have to draw cards off of it, and if I just get to the point where I don't have a library left, oh my god, which looks like it's going to be the case, it's not too great for us. Grab another Nexus. Why not? Nexus is for days. Play a Hinterland Harbor. Plus our cameo. Please let us find a Hydroid. Are you kidding me? No! That's not what we want! No! Oh my god, are you kidding me? What's exiled in here? Alright, we still have like a couple turns to find one, I think. Like, I'm just gonna opt out of casting my Nexuses unless I don't have to. Temple of Mystery. Scry 1. You're not a Hydroid Crisis, so you go on the bottom. Make sure I put that stop on my end step. Plus this guy.
I
know I put 2 Hydroid Crisis in here. There we go, there's one. Okay, so we have 9 cards left in the library, so X can't equal 18 or we automatically lose the game. But we can make X equal 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very okay with this. We actually find quadruple Nexus of Fate. Activate Escanta. Find us an opt. Put that all back. Pass to our turn again. Boop de boop. Okay, now we're looking good. So we're just going to go over here. We are going to grab another Wilderness Reclamation to let us do funky things. Cast another Wilderness Reclamation. Cast another Nexus of Fate. Cast an opt. Growth Spiral on the bottom of our library. Draw another Crisis. So I'm just going to cast all my Nexuses that I can. And cast another Crisis. And then I should be good. Our opponent's just locked out now. So we actually have a win condition in this time. Because they didn't scoop last time when we didn't have the win condition. And we had to play this risky third game. And technically we would have won the first, or the second game if we had actually had a win condition in our library. So. Oh no, is our opponent giving us the salty timeout? Oh my god. That's great. Okay, well now our opponent doesn't have anything they can do, so we win? Okay, well, I'm dumb and didn't remove that stop. Or put that stop there. So that's my bad. I guess technically we could just like infinitely loop Lazotep plating too. I might just do that. Guy Digger. And boom. Boom, you're dead next turn. Okay. So, in response to the first trigger, let's actually tap all of my lands for mana. Resolve. Cast a Nexus of Fate. Cast a Nexus of Fate. Resolve. Cast a Nexus of Fate. Go to my next turn. Play this land. Go to combat. And swing at our opponent for game and watch them salty timeout. Nope, they're not going to, because they don't have priority, because they have nothing to play. Okay. Very okay with this turn of events. We still got there at the end of the day. Man, this deck is degenerate. That was literally match 3. Wow. That took way too long. All right. Woo! Sorry, just taking a little bit of a break there. Needed it after that. Oh my god. That was brutal. Nexus just proving why it's the most annoying deck in Standard. Wow, weird hand, but I guess we'll keep. Land pass. We do have an opt that is useless right now, but hopefully our opponent isn't going to go bonkers. They have Chandra Sleeps, so you never know. Ooh. Ooh! Vampires. Okay, well, we'll just pass. We have a Growth Spiral. I'm not afraid to use it. Opponent, what are you coming down with? Nothing? Just going to hit us for 1? Okay. Conquistador and a Legion Link. Yep, I mean, we're just going to outpace you here, opponent, is my game plan. Breeding Pool on the bottom, we don't really want that. Really want to find a Reclamation right now. So we're probably just going to go Narset. Like, I will sacrifice this Narset here for my life total.
I have practiced again. I have just the trick for this.
Okay, that's no good. I'll take a Nexus. Opt. I don't want 2 Nexuses right now. I really need to find another Reclamation. We get rewarded instantly. This is good. This means in 2 turns we can potentially go off. Using this Blink of an Eye to cycle as well would be pretty good here. Opponent, like, they get to flip their Legion's landing, but they're dealing anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 damage. Looks like it's going to be 6. We also have a Root Snare we're going to use next turn, so I think we just get there. Okay, and they're just going to be knocking our Narset down a tiny bit.
I must stay
Putting a counter on
focused.
the Knight of Ebon Legion. We're at 5 lands. Yeah, so I think what we want to do is actually not... Okay, well, once again, this game is super unforgiving, and if you accidentally cast your spell before you get to place your stop, it just automatically shoots you past it, even if while the spell is still resolving, you click stop. So I think that's definitely something that they need to fix, maybe? I don't know if there were any issues that ever arose because of that being a problem, but regardless, I don't think... it's like pretty annoying when you're playing decks that are like really technical like this on Arena. Like, I know they want to make it more streamlined and like friendly to like Hearthstone players and stuff, but it can be annoying at times. Yep, I'll prevent all combat damage this turn. So we'll go down to 13. And then after this, we do have a Nexus Fate. They're going to play Champion of Dusk, lose 4, draw 4. So yeah, we definitely want to go off now. Oh, that's right. You're just losing 4 because of Narset. How about we just kick this and return your Champion of Dusk to your hand and draw a card? Because we can draw a card, but you cannot. Alright. I think this sets us up to be okay here. Resolve. Cast a Nexus. Wilderness Reclamation plus Tameo is pretty much GG's.
Like the phases of the moon, life waxes and wanes. To the library.
I think we're just going to get Nexus. Man, yeah, we whiffed. Because the other thing we could have done is grab Root Snare, and all that would do is stall us for a turn, and realistically, what, we would have drawn... I think it unorganized our graveyard. We would have... I don't think we would have drawn anything too special. We're taking 4... Yeah, they can just... Oh, opponent, you are dumb. We are dead. I don't know if you know that. If you pump your knight twice at his face, you would just die. But give us the extra turn to find another Nexus and maybe do some funky stuff. Now you're down to 60. And Flame Fist. Yeah, we're gonna move it on to the next one there. That sucks. But I literally think all minusing Tamiya would have done is stalled us a turn. Aether Gust pretty useless. Cerulean Dake pretty useless. Negates are useless. Veil of Summer not super great. I think we just want to go Ooze and Krasis. And we're going to take out... I actually kind of like Narset. Let's keep Narset in here. Take out a Chemister's Insight. A Platane. And a couple of Ops. Let's run it back like that. Alright, we're still waiting for our opponent's sideboard here. I don't think they have a lot of great things to actually sideboard in against us. So we will see. Oh, there we are. We are ready. Ready, 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 ready. Alright. Let's do it to it, baby! I think this is actually... We can work with this, sadly. With the Growth Spiral and Iniscanta. That can go a long way. Those are like the two only cards I want to see in my opening hand, realistically. Like, the rest is just kind of nice. Probably going to be coming out here with the Knight of Ebon Legion. We played a Hinterland Harbor, like true punters, because we hate ourselves and this game. We'll take one from our opponent and watch them play a Vanguard. Oh, man. I think I'm a little too tired here. I am punting like crazy right now. Let's draw a card. We've drawn nothing but lands. This could actually be very problematic. We've drawn 3 lands. We literally have 8 lands right now. That's no bueno. Okay, we're gonna see a Sorin.
I have not survived
That puts us on a clock. Just a little bit.
Welcome to the family.
Ooh. Sanctum Seeker down too. Yeah, this is brutal. We might not be able to win this one. Vampires. It's a real deck. I was telling you guys the other day. It's a real deck. Root Snare just doesn't do enough right now. Oh. Well. That is exactly what I wanted, actually. Getting some, like, infinite mana going. Make this boy nuts. Let me see a Reclamation. That would make me really happy. Reclamation might actually save the game for us. Oh, but there's gonna Mortify it. Man, that's really weird that they left Mortify in. Against the Nexus deck? Well, I guess because of our enchantments. But, like, is that still, like, enough to warrant leaving it in? I mean, sure. We'll go down to 1 and try to win majestically next turn, which there is literally no way in us doing. Yeah, Soren can still kill us. Yeah, that is just GG's. Rest in peace, Nexus. You tried. You tried, buddy. But against the top deck in the meta right now that people made fun of for a little bit, Vampires. So I'll gladly lose to Vampires any day. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that is losing on a good note. So it's okay. Look at our prizes there. Not anything too special, but hey, I think that's going to do it for us today. So we had some fun. We played a little bit of Construct Tribal earlier in the day. That's still a little bumpy. We're going to go back and edit our list and maybe return to that at a later date. Maybe there'll be some new Construct support later. That would make me happy. Let's open this core set pack really quick on stream too. I earned it earlier. Boom, brought back. Not great. That's okay though. So yeah, make sure you join us next week because we are going to be having our Mom's Basement game Planeswalker Tribal Week. I have it the easiest out of all of us. Like, Aaron, Richie, Josh, and everybody else, they have their work made out for them because they have to play Modern and Legacy Planeswalkers, whereas I am literally in Planeswalker Central here in Standard. So, good luck to them mostly, but if you want to see some 6 Standard action too next week, I might be brewing up some sauce again. We'll see how we do. I'm going to try to do, like, Best of One's fine every now and then, but I really do hate it. So we're going to go back to just doing traditional constructed from here on out until I see something that's just like, oh, I think this would be broken specifically in Best of One. Like, which is what I was trying to get at with Constructs originally. If we go back to this bad boy. Come on. I know you want to do it. Arena's UI is just, like, one of the grossest things in the universe right now. Like, I don't know why I can't open up a deck box without the game freezing. Once again, Wizards, fix your game. But, this deck was trying to abuse the sideboard. We didn't even see enough great creators. And whenever I had 4 and it was too much, and now 3 seems like it's too little. So, I don't know what was going on there, but hopefully we'll revisit this, we'll tweak some things, we'll come back. I was thinking maybe even Jorah's Familiar in the main board, in place of a couple of these icons, or I'm trying to think. I forget the name of the card. Especially with the Power Stone shards, I feel it's a brand new card. I'm totally for just blanking on the name right now. Because it's a little expensive too, which is why I didn't really want to put it in at first. I think it's a 5? No, it's a 4-drop, I think. Yeah, here, Mystic Forge. So you look at the top card of your library at any time. If it is an artifact or a colorless non-land card, you can cast it. And you can tap it, pay a life, and exile the top card of your library. I feel like this could go a long way with specifically this deck. And I feel like if we took out a couple of the icons and replaced it with a couple of these Mystic Forges, that might go okay. These Salvagers were like okay, but I wasn't thoroughly impressed with them, so we might take them out too. I do like Traxos. I think the Walkers might need some redistributions, but I do like having all 3 of them in here. And then, like, as far as I'm concerned, everything over here is pretty solid. This gives us, like, good turn 1 and turn 2 plays. I want to keep all the Power Stone shards in, because if anything, we're going to get more expensive, and those would be good to have in with things like Mystic Forge, especially when we want to cast several things off our library back to back to back. Our whole deck is colorless, so we can pretty much cast any spell in our library off of this card. And I think I would only want 2 or 3 of them in as it is. Kind of just like how Mono Red with like their little play off the top combo. Like, similarly to how that works is how we'd want this deck to work. And being able to build up enough mana with Power Stone Shard. I'm not sure there's a lot of other great colorless mana producers right now, but having Wastes at our disposal would be nice for things like Skittering Surveyor, but that is sadly not a thing right now. We could always like throw in Mana Geode or Manolith or something along those lines, but once again, I just think that's too slow. Really, like a good 2 mana, just add a colorless, like that would be dope right now. Like, I don't think there's anything like that. That like you can just add a colorless for 2 mana. Yeah, I don't think so. So that would be really cool if we could get that going. But once again, like I said, this list is going to need some tweaking, so we're going to come back and revisit this. But more importantly, next week is going to be our Planeswalker Tribal Week, so make sure you join us for that. And as always, if you are not already, Follow us on like any social media you want. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, everything. We have a YouTube channel where we post all of our streams after. We have our Twitch channel as well here that you are on right now. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. Other than that, if you ever have any Magic single needs and you are shopping online, make sure you look us up on TCG Player. We have a TCG Player store. Why aren't you buying cards from us? We're pretty cool. Mom's Basement Games. Look us up. Pretty simple. And without further ado, I'm just going to say good night, guys. Have a good rest of your, it's a Friday night? Yeah, have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll see you back on our normal streaming schedule next week. Peace out.